What up? This is my WWE One Night Stand 2008 predictions. Most likely the first matchup will be the Singapore Cane match between CM Punk, John Morrison, Chavo Guerrero, Tommy Dreamer, and The Big Show. Now this match is going to be utter shit. I cannot see anything being enjoyable in this match. Possibly for nostalgia purposes, Tommy Dreamer being in here and, playing off the old ECW, and, he'll probably be the one to get Singapore Cane in the back to play off the original ECW when Sandman did it to him. So that'd be the only thing cool coming out of this match. CM Punk could do some decent stuff in here. This is actually the one time I will say WWE probably and shouldn't put over CM Punk in this match, because most likely this match is going to be building up someone for a future ECW title match. So CM Punk winning this will be completely pointless. So I'm saying for the thing to make it more sense, they already ran off with Chavo and Kane's feud, so that would be pointless to try to do that again. So I would say try to do something different and have Tommy Dreamer win this match and possibly him be a contender for the ECW title, because I can't see Big Show going back to the ECW show. I see him either sticking on Raw after the draft or possibly switching to SmackDown. And obviously CM Punk, hopefully he will not get stuck on Raw and get buried by Triple H and will go to SmackDown instead, because definitely he's going to be off of the ECW brand after the draft comes up at the end of June. So that's going to be one good thing out of this. Now I will say, I don't know if that match will be the opener, but I can't see John Cena starting off two pay-per-views back-to-back as the opener, so I can't see that being the opener. The match that I would pick as the opener would be Jeff Hardy versus Umaga, because I always feel with a pay-per-view, no matter what organization it is, you should always have an opener that's going to get the crowd's attention, somewhat, a fast-paced match, an enjoyable match, maybe a little spotty, it doesn't have to be, but, a match that's going to be very enjoyable. So a Jeff Hardy match could do that, and Jeff Hardy and Umaga. That's actually one match on this card I'm actually looking forward to, and it's going to be a Falls Count Anywhere match. Obviously, what I would like to see, I would like them to start pushing Umaga and actually have Umaga win this, but you're probably not going to see that, because WWE obviously hasn't learned their lesson with Jeff Hardy, and most likely they're going to give Jeff Hardy another push, and he'll be the one to he'll probably most likely defeat Umaga in this match. He'll probably do some crazy spot off the Titantron or something like that, especially with the Falls Count Anywhere stipulation. I see something like that happening. Then the next matchup, which is a match I'm actually looking forward to, and it's the Women's Championship match with Beth Phoenix versus Melina in a I Quit match. Now this match could be very good. The one thing they have to do is give this match appropriate time. They need to at least have, since it's the I Quit stipulation, you can't have it be, one of those short 5 to 6 minute matches. It at least needs to be in the range of 12 to 15 minutes. Can't see it going over 15 minutes, but if it does, I can see these two doing very good. Beth Phoenix is a very good women's wrestler, and Melina is one of those talents that I used to not like at all, but I came around to her, and she's actually a pretty overall decent talent. So I see this match being good, at least hopefully, like I said, if they give enough time. And I see them having Beth Phoenix retain the Women's Championship. And with the I Quit stipulation, it'll be, her using her monstrous powers and, basically beating the shit out of Melina in this match and putting over Beth as that unstoppable force even more. So that could be a good match. Then on to the match that I think no one cares about, and hopefully with the gimmick involved in it, that could maybe help the match, and that's JBL versus John Cena. Obviously their match at the Judgment Day pay-per-view was completely terrible. Hopefully with the First Blood stipulation, that this could help this match. Obviously I see in this match John Cena winning this match. I was hoping that they would have had another I Quit match, but they gave that to the women's match, because I knew if it was that stipulation, it would probably deliver. Don't know, because I'm not a fan of First Blood matches, because it's one of those idiotic stipulations where it depends how much blood's lost, because sometimes first blood matches, they end like in a bloodbath. Some of them, not that much. So it really depends on how far they let the blood go in the match. But see John Cena obviously winning this match. I don't think anyone's thinking JBL is going to win and beat John Cena again. So I can't see JBL winning this. Then the next matchup, which is a match that could maybe be good. I'm not sure. It's going to be Shawn Michaels versus Batista in a stretcher match. Now, just like everyone thought last month, Batista was going to get involved in the HBK and Chris Jericho match at Judgment Day, but that didn't happen. Maybe they'll do it this time and have Chris Jericho come out here and interfere and cost HBK the match. I see, most likely in this match, Batista probably getting the victory. If they don't have Batista get the victory, they'll probably do something where Shawn Michaels would, just sneak up the victory or something like that. So it could be a decent match. Stretcher matches are some of those matches that it delivers sometimes. The main stretcher match, when I think of the stretcher match stipulation, the one that actually was good and actually was a great match was the original ECW between Sabu versus RVD. Now, that was the example of a great one, but, just like last year's One Night Stand, RVD and Randy Orton, that was not a good stretcher match, but that was mainly due to RVD playing off the concussion angle. So hopefully this will be good. It has the potential, but I'm not sure. Then on to the match that I think everyone that's at least going to check this pay-per-view out is the main match they're looking forward to, and the main reason why I think anyone would actually buy this pay-per-view. I don't know if I'm getting it yet, but I can't see getting it because there's only really one match I'm looking forward to, and that's Undertaker versus Edge in a TLC match. This could be a great match. These two had very good matches. Didn't like their ending at Judgment Day, but it made sense to build up to this match. But the whole angle involving, Undertaker getting stripped of the title was a completely idiotic storyline from the start. So hopefully with a great TLC match with these two, and this time actually someone coming up with the title victory this time, and actually there'll be a champion on SmackDown now. Hopefully that would be good. Obviously Edge does great in TLC matches. Undertaker, he's been in, the one against Jeff Hardy a few years ago back on Raw. I don't know if it was a TLC match. I think it might have just been a ladder match, but that was good. So, Undertaker and Edge, they've been working good, so I can see them having a good match here. And with the draft coming up, I actually see Undertaker being possibly switched to the Raw brand, so I could possibly see Edge winning the TLC match, especially since the last TLC match he lost to John Cena, and this is his specialty. I can't see him losing 2 back-to-back, but, possibly he will or won't. But no matter what, whoever wins this match, this could be a very enjoyable match. Then on to the main event, which is a feud that I think everyone is getting sick of seeing, and that's Randy Orton versus Triple H in a last man standing match. Now, the last time they had a last man standing match, which I think was at the No Mercy pay-per-view, and that's when Orton defeated Triple H, where they did the switch up title a few times on the pay-per-view. Hopefully this could be a good match like it was there, and when they took on each other in the final 2 after the elimination match at Backlash. That was a good match on Backlash. So they can work good sometimes, but for the most part, these two do not work good at all together, and it really gets boring. You see the same old thing each time, and most likely you're going to see the same thing in this match they did last man standing. So hopefully it'll be decent, but they need to do some good brawling outside the ring and stuff like that to make it a good match, especially with the last man standing stipulation. And I see Triple H most likely retaining the title here, and hopefully with the draft coming up, we won't see this Randy Orton and Triple H feud continue, and Randy Orton will get switched to the SmackDown brand. And then, so this pay-per-view could be good. There's some matches that could deliver, like the TLC match could deliver. Triple H and Orton's always iffy. You never know if it's going to be good or not, so I'm not going to say if that could deliver. Shawn Michaels and Batista, that could be decent, depending on how they end it. Jeff Hardy and Umaga, Jeff Hardy and Umaga, the TLC match and the women's match are actually the three I'm looking forward to. So this could be a decent pay-per-view for something that's thrown together. I would say it's good. And then on to the last part of this, which is to anyone that's a fan of TNA or a TNA mark. If you're complaining about WWE having a all gimmick-fied pay-per-view, you are so idiotic and hypocritical of yourself, because no, you got yourself a pay-per-view all devoted just to cage matches. Now, am I saying anything's bad with either one, with WWE having an all-gimmick pay-per-view or TNA having an all-cage pay-per-view? I think it's something involved in wrestling that, there's an outlet for it, so it makes sense doing it, and it's one of those things you could do, one time only a year. So one good thing out of this. Now, I will say, I don't know if that match will be the opener, but I can't see John Cena starting off two pay-per-views back-to-back as the opener, so I can't see that being the opener. The match that I would pick as the opener would be Jeff Hardy versus Umaga, because I always feel with a pay-per-view, no matter what organization it is, you should always have an opener that's going to get the cradle, because I can't see Big Show going back to the ECW show. I see him either sticking on Raw after the draft or possibly switching to SmackDown. And obviously CM Punk, hopefully he will not get stuck on Raw and get buried by Triple H and will go to SmackDown instead, because definitely he's going to be off of the ECW brand after the draft comes up at the end of June. So that's going to be one up someone for a future ECW title match. So CM Punk winning this will be completely pointless. So I'm saying for the thing to make it more sense, they already ran off with Chavo and Kane's feud, so that would be pointless to try to do that again. So I would say try to do something different and have Tommy Dreamer win this match and possibly him be a contender for the ECW title, the ECW, and he'll probably be the one to get Singapore Kane in the back to play off the original ECW when Sandman did it to him. So that'd be the only thing cool coming out of this match. CM Punk do some decent stuff in here. This is actually the one time I will say WWE probably and shouldn't put over CM Punk in this match, because most likely this match is going to be building up. This is my WWE One Night Stand 2008 predictions. Most likely the first matchup will be the Singapore Kane match between CM Punk, John Morrison, Chavo Guerrero, Tommy Dreamer, and The Big Show. Now, this match is going to be utter shit. I cannot see anything being enjoyable in this match. Possibly for nostalgia purposes, Tommy Dreamer being in here and, playing off the old